Kennedy Agyapong aso Bawumia minimu. Na osi unyai Bawumia nde wachina kahu. I want to do an editorial on this story and then let's see what's going on. Say Yenim say campaign koso. Kennedy Agyapong is currently touring. Bawumia so tour. In fact, currently Bawumia is in the Ashanti region. And it looks like Ashanti region is Bawumia's very favorite place to tour. Muni Amobeka are proud to the elections, no. Bawumia is spending a lot of time year tour Ashanti region. Who say Mahama kwa kopi wo mu Mahama ewe na ho Bawumia samso kwa kopi wo Ashanti region. Into this type Bawumia year tour Ashanti region. Na ho na Bawumia wo kasa o say MPP for lose awomu lusu ye no enye ne fault. Yes. Or say enye ne fault enema MPP elusu the 2024 elections. Na the Professor Michael Kwe report clearly no state here. And aside Professor Michael Kwe report ni state here nenso no. Osei Chairman Sabonsun so report awoye and also state isa. You see, for those who listen to me months ago, MPP lusu ye. That time no. Me babe kasa ye say MPP for say omo ye report. Na report no me too for. Say na MPP for use neutral people. And the reason why I said that, and it says our report na MPP for say womo kwa akoye no. At the end of the day, they will exonerate Bawumia. Now so more neutral people report na nkombe hu say indeed Bawumia at fault or not. Muni amoka say make asem no. We hu senia every single person our year report and I report or more report no because they support Bawumia nti. I say womu yi Bawumia efremu. And for me I'm happy. Because nipa won say research wo ho na there is a particular problem. Na why data na ebia the main problem no we ye from one. It just means that you are still going to continue to suffer. And as far as I'm concerned, if the MPP is suffering as an NDC person, ade bema meniaje. Intermediate me de so more yes sir. Na me pesa me kan sembi and we'll go and read Kennedy Agyapong the post. But you see, even in opposition, and this is the cue, if you are ever thinking of voting for someone like Bawumia, this is a cue. Where never in your life should you think to vote for someone like Bawumia. Obia wo lusu election are still one person be accept responsibility. Don't ever in your life, ever in your life, vote for someone like Bawumia. Because obi bien him say, eye wo wanim ene ye dia to poster ne so. Wakwa koto aba we lusu. Adia obi biara every responsibility or any responsible person bia be ne say obi accept responsibility. Say oh majime mfum so atum. Say yanya de I will accept the responsibility for the loss. In fact, even Miracles Abwaji mpo eyana ye kaso ye arrogant we see we simple MPP lusu ya na sa time le nkrofo bo nechi otribe afimo kasetia ne se sikedie bi on lo etu no ni we no oba bonte be ka say I accept the responsibility say omo say ye me hu nti ene ye lusu I accept the responsibility. Even Miracles Abwaje wo ye adwuma. Mr. Ramo, just give me 1 minute of your time. Let me bring to your attention this important notice. We are near to your story. So, now, article where I'm reading from Harvard University, one of the best universities in the world. Now, I'm one link a abdominal fat to a senipa ebe wuntem. What you say? Now, oba bebisa AI or say ane no kwari. Excess belly fat is linked to an increased risk of early death from any cause. Not to say we fuswa one ya wie bia ebetumi ekun. Enti say utumi find a way to reduce the size of your belly. Not to say obetina wi asimo ache. Na me ameka se menye doctor. But first no, na mini, na menu for abobo, na mefu eye kese. and na me nemo ka say miamini mefu akofom menufu na na abobo no ekọ enyama miensa na meyeye na sa nyama miensa no me dia throw book no ewo comment box ni mu. Don't worry, se wu ni makenkan kra na ya ye book no version bi a eye video a ye trace ye wotwi mu obetumi enye no nso eno ane se wo beto book ni bi na mesrel se o click link na comment box ni mu na we hu way out how to get the book. Don't worry, just WhatsApp me on 055 807 4986 055 807 4986. Shannon son se will be bia wo beka tro say eduro bi wo ho onom ebema wefu atwen bia no oboa bibi say ni ho. Some of us we've tried it didn't work intino yancha story ne so Bawumia accept responsibility, but at this point in opposition MPP elusu Bawumia person be accept responsibility. So Bawumia actually believes, and I personally don't understand, because you see say ye ko to abana ke you obi fufure nim ene wo post and so aye beti ase, but who when him ne wo post and so ene we lusu. How do you run away from responsibility? Say enye me hunti ne yanto. Seriously, how do you run away? Say MPP lose aye lusu ye no enye me fault, enye me hunti ne yanto ama obi a wo nim that paper ne so no say enye wo hunti ne yanto ama na hwan hunti when him that paper ne so say won ye pe wa obe wini yempe hunti na lusu ye, so indirectly it is your fault. Bawumia is running away from responsibility. Say enye onu ni hunti ene MPP lusu ye. There was embrebi na ya na sorry ye ma me kwan ema me yes some small enye say bia preaching per se, but me yes some small teaching to imbebunu no. Na there was a day me share a friend saying inyama me ka tre imbebunu no, and I did a recording. Na after that inyama me ye no, a lot of the after that teaching no, imebunu ni bebre eba menim because hey sa teaching we am teaching ama sha se so mu yusu ama omo abrabo ama asha se ye adwuma momo no mo damase pa tia sorry de na mbebunu no omo pema asem na teaching na me ye no ade a me ka kire mbebunu ne say number 1, take responsibility for your life. That's the first thing I told them. That is the first thing I told them. Number 1, take responsibility for your life. And because Bawumia I want to show you guys something. And this is an exclusive. Exclusive, right? I'm showing you guys an exclusive thing B. So this is, as you are seeing right here, Miami documents. Book bia miankasa metro a draft. I don't think I'll ever release this book. You know, I don't think I'll ever release this book. I just say bia nyamensa ekamakoma. But if there's something you know about me, and there Munim say I like to read a lot, and at this point I also like to write. Okay. So this is a book, one of the books I metro. And this is a draft of the book. Now, the title of the book is Building a Winning Mentality, Unlocking Success in Every Aspect of Life. That's the title of the book. And that's my name, Sena Kofi, right? Building a Winning Mentality and Unlocking Success in Every Aspect of My Life. But Seni Americano, maybe I might never release this book. But I'm giving you an exclusive. And this book is based on Seni American teaching. Bia me teaching was sorry. I did a teaching, Embrebi. Now teaching, I saw the effect it had on the lives of especially the youth. Emma later, do dwana no babontin babedamase. Say me teaching no assessa omo abrabo. Now in this teaching no, okay, in this book no, look at Enyama Metroye. The first point in building a winning mentality and unlocking success in every aspect of your life, no, the first point I may make here is taking responsibility. That's the first point. And look at what I wrote here. As someone may try and say, God gave us brains because he wanted us to reason and to take responsibility for our thoughts and actions. Say nyankopon die enti asebe enye robatai ana enye politin a wode tu ye trim na so wode adwen atu ye trim ne se opese yankasa ye adwen ema ye ho ni yankasa ye take action ye take responsibility. And me sanso tro say in the Bible, Adam and Eve were driven out of the Garden of Eden because they were made to account for their actions. They had to accept responsibility. In the Bible, nimno, Adam and Eve, the entire Nyankopon pami omone say, they had to take responsibility for their actions. Nyame ka tro mo se ma munye bibi na mokoko yeye. Inti mo yeye no consequence no. And no. Inti Nyankopon mo take responsibility. Inti no pami omo out. Responsibility is a core part of human existence. Responsibility is a core part of human existence. But we fail to recognize this because it is much easier to blame other people for our predicaments. It's responsibility, no? Nipa, oh sorry, I was say take responsibility for your life. I was say me gary, I was say me ye, me chichi me say, me I was say me take responsibility for my life. But answer the entire. Eya na nkrofo person be take responsibility ne say e very easy to blame the other person. And until eya na nkrofo person, and that's exactly what Bawumia is doing. Or say me say, but think about this. All that has happened to us was due to our actions or inactions. Every single one of them, we had a part to play. Inti bibia to yen wo wiase mu bia na yen saka ho. Ida say ne wo se ye bibia nye ana say ye koye bibia ni kwansi ye ene na ma bibia abrabo mu bibi eto yen. Inti Bawumia babeji no ka say I was not responsible. You had a part to play in it. Take the responsibility. Today I'm giving you exclusive. This book, I might never release this book, but what do you see? And someone me say, accepting responsibility is the hardest thing to do because it feels like we are telling ourselves we are at fault. The entire nipa yem pese ebe accept responsibility ne say, very hard, they are dear ding because I said ye di ye want them say my son papa. Adie we yanke wose me ye inti ye na ye na ye pese ye gane because every single person biano we are biased to our own selves. It's as someone no. As humans, our brains are not wired to think this way because we are naturally biased towards ourselves. Exactly what I said. As humans, no, because personally, no, you're biased towards ya. Intimacy, accepting responsibility, however, opens our brain to a new perspective. And our brain begins to find new paths in solving solutions to the challenges for which we have accepted responsibilities on. But you see, once you accept responsibility for something, indirectly, no, we be wadrimu ama wadrin ya shase looking for solutions. Enti, why ye bibi? Boniaba, say we di imagine mfun so atum, miya na maye. You see, the next thing they say, okay, say imagine mfun so atum, na say miya na maye adie we ya. What is next for me to do? Again, I was saying to counter bonena maye no. That's the next point of call. Into once you accept responsibility, that's what I'm telling you. Say me de. Say Bawumia is not accepting responsibility because plainly no, it means that they will still repeat their same mistakes. Because once you refuse to accept responsibility, you are bound to repeat your same mistakes. Timiwie ya no ti asemo amekan. Me say Dr. Daniel inti me ba be quote Dr. B. Dr. Nasema Wakai, Dr. Daniel Segel, clinical professor of psychiatry at UCLA School of Medicine, said, when we accept responsibility for our actions, we engage the prefrontal cortex, strengthening neural pathways linked to self-regulation and decision-making. This fosters resilience and reduces stress-related activity in the amygdala, promoting clearer thinking and emotional balance. Where your doctor, our head dream mu. Or see, even based on science, so we accept responsibility. Dear, why dream no yen say, a mubie, a daho, na afe, a more daho fine, na asha say a boy juma, so that a bed wow, no to me make it better decision. Doctor asked someone walk and no send nipa dream and say ye juma. It me na metro say accepting responsibility shouldn't necessarily mean you accept the blame. It could mean you have accepted your current state, whether it is your fault or not. And you are ready to cause change. Into someone me kind no. So who accept responsibility? And interest who accept blame, they say, oh, eh, oh, they watch out to say, okay, at this point, baby, I'm a any. My year ready say me solve this situation. No. Inti for Bawumia to be running away, no, simply tells you he doesn't want to accept responsibility. Me no, and I made say, if you are born with a disability, it is not your fault, but you can accept your condition and develop in other areas so much that your disability will never be a reason for any form of discrimination. Yesterday I was listening to Stoneboy. And there ye can ne ya. And now when your accident and there, ebi mo defend Apache. But you see what he did? He accepted responsibility. And the fault, and the nine a accident. But accepting the fate, and more building ne ho, emende. Obi enhu na yen kan ne nine mpo ho asem. Chasem wa mekan no, ebia na we a disabled person. It is not your fault. So we are disabled. Now so you can accept responsibility and accept your current state and try to build yourself in other areas. Emma disability ne krano obimhu emfembu abofia. So this is my book. Metro Senya Mekan. I even quoted the Bible, the parable of the talents, and these are things I've always been saying on this platform. Okay, we quote the Bible, Romans 14:12, and all that. And you know, so unim say I cannot do anything without quoting the Bible because I'm a Christian. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. What you say? Inti, I went, and then this is the book. This is just an exclusive of the book and all that. So one of the very first parts American say we to media building a winning mentality and unlock success in every aspect of your life. No, American. No, the very first one, taking responsibility, and the second point, embracing lifelong learning. But as I'm saying, this is one of the books I may pour out my heart in writing. But I don't know, maybe one, and I just say this book as it stands now, I might never release it. But I've given you an exclusive to the book. Now, Yanko Kennedy Japan on also response our diama Bawumia. Kennedy Japan somewhere working. Or see, over 1.7 million vote loss. Dr. Bawumia says it wasn't the flag bearer, religion, or tribe. He knows this because of the Michael Quiz reports, which only he seems to have read. So, since you are the sole custodian of the truth, please enlighten us. Not to say, Omo Kennedy Japan the Michael Quiz reports no won't read it. That is the Michael Quiz reports no. Bawumia pen the man say won't read it. To our catcher Bawumia say yes, enlighten us. Michael Quiz reports no fatu ye nimni ensu yenkin kan bi. Now, Crawford 1.7 million will lose vote by 1.7 million. Oh, pese ujane from the vote loss. But can Japan somewhere catch Bawumia no. Media, makami di area. If you want to your comment box ni mo, medasi.